Hello there guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a setup video on the S20 5G, the Samsung Galaxy S20. I did want to quickly mention, I did do an unboxing video before. I'll link in the description, it should be on the top banner. Somehow I managed to miss this out. It was on the top here of the actual front cover. But you actually do get one of these. So behind you'll have the SIM ejector tool. And then inside you have the warranty guide and the quick warranty card and the quick start guide. For some reason this time Samsung doesn't really provide much. So like for example on the S9 there would be a small little USB so you can connect it to the other phone so you can transfer data really quick. But surprisingly nothing this time, it's just literally the user guide on here. But I just wanted to quickly mention that before I started the actual video, because somehow I managed to miss that out and it was on top of this, like so. So for the setup video I wanted to show you guys the first boot up, and because what I'm trying to do is I want to do a transfer, so I wanted to show you guys how the transferring looks. So I wanted to give it a go. So you can see there, S20 Ultra 5G. The good thing is, at least it's got 5G. The bad thing is, we don't really have 5G just in our area. UK is a bit slow, but last year 4G was really quick to come to where we was. So I'm guessing that says welcome in different languages. Normally it does change, there you go. So let's go. So it says obviously insert SIM to access network. So now we choose English United Kingdom. It's a very big screen. It's really nice. I really like the fact that it's a really big screen because it's been really nice to watch videos and everything as well. So I'll just do all that. I've read the agreements. Okay, so automatically clear. Okay, connect to Wi-Fi, so I'm just going to enter the password. There we go. So I should now, so it's just checking the quality of the internet. There we go. So if we go next, service provider, your phone needs to restart to set up features and service on the previous provider. Why is that? Do next. Okay, so we'll do a restart. Not sure why service provider setup. Your phone needs to restart to set up a feature. So while this is resetting, I just want to quickly compare this with the old one. So this one's the S9 Plus. So you can see here, still a big difference. It's not too bad, to be honest. If you can see there, it is a bit more taller the newer one, but it's not that much of a dramatic change, I would say. As in like putting in your pocket or something from the S9. So as you can see, there is literally with a camera case, really. That's pretty good then, actually. I was thinking it's going to be a lot bigger than the S9 Plus, but obviously it actually ain't that bad. Copy apps and data. You can choose to transfer your apps, photo, contacts, Google accounts and more. Okay, so if I do next. Updating Smart Switch, installing Smart Switch. So this is what you're going to use to transfer everything over. So there we go. So wireless, okay, so you could do Android only for wireless. So what you're going to do is I'm going to quickly search here for the same thing, so Smart Switch. So I'm just going to quickly do this one. So I'm just going to quickly check here. How do you want to connect your device? Let's do wireless. Agree. Open Smart Switch on your old device to connect. Searching for nearby devices using high frequency. You can get the Smart Switch code or scanning a QR code. So let's try doing that. So if I go Play Store on this one and download it. Smart Switch. Samsung Smart Switch. Okay, so it just needs an update on this one. So I'm just going to quickly wait for that to happen. Okay, so this one has now been updated. So you can see here, welcome to Smart Switch. Smart Switch permissions, so allow. Checkouts from old device to see which apps you've transferred. Okay. So bring your data to your new phone. So what should this phone do? So obviously it's either receive or you can send. So I'm just going to press cancel on that. And let's see what happens. Search for nearby hide frequencies. Apps from home device. So it's going to be send data anyway. Oh, okay, there you go. So you could do cable or wireless. So we'll do wireless. There you go. Now it says here, allow connection. iPhone S20 Ultra wants to connect to your phone. Bring your data. There you go. So allow. Okay, connected to, so searching Galaxy S20 Ultra for data to bring. Keep the two devices close for smooth transition. Okay, so 9 selected. So you've got calls and contacts, messages, apps, settings, home screen. Don't really need the home screen. Images, video, audio, documents. So not too bad. So you got quite a bit. Apps, let's see what apps is bringing. So you can get all these. Don't really need that or that or that. Don't need that. Obviously these. So you can choose which ones you want because you don't really need all of these. Drive, Messenger, play music. That should already be here. Don't know why I need that. Don't really need that. Samsung members. I should already have that, to be honest. Don't need that, don't need that. Don't really need that or that. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. So yeah, you just choose which ones you need and which you don't. It's better if you can choose something so it'll be faster that way. And there you go, so you don't really need that. Done. So it'll take less time, so you can see now it takes about 9 minutes. So if I go down, press transfer, so you can see both working together. Copy to your new device. Copy your Google accounts and other accounts and restore Google Backup if available. To bring your Google account to a new phone, unlock your old phone and tap copy. Copy. To continue or use PIN. So I'm just going to quickly use the PIN. Copying your accounts. So it's making some noises. I'm probably getting some emails that this is happening. So you can see to bring your Google account to a new phone, unlock your old phone and tap copy. Continue on your old phone. There you go. So now it's just going to be copying. So I'm just going to let this happen. So what I'm going to quickly do is change my battery on the camera because that's running out. I just want to quickly show you, this is now changed. So copying stuff, get connected. So you'll get a notification after the setup shows how much longer. Okay, there you go. Just say account added. That's perfect. Swipe up or hold the device for assistance. So next. So keep screen on. Okay, so you can do all that. So next. Accept. Protect your phone. So I'm just going to skip that for now. Get recommended apps. So I'm just going to quickly sign into that. So it's just copied some stuff. So it just literally said it's going to be copying in the background. So if I swipe down, it should be, there you go. Sharing files, no, not that one, sorry. There you go, copying your stuff. So 10% has been done. There you go, so it's on 11% now. So you can use the phone and that's going to be on. So you can just press the keep screen on button here. So that way that stays on all the time and then you can start setting this phone up. So I'm just going to wait for this to copy everything and then we'll go through the next options. So we're now at, I think it was one. No, it's at 54% now, so 4 minutes left. So it shouldn't be too long once that's completed. So whilst this is copying or switching over, I just want to quickly mention about the phone. So spec wise, it's well, this is a very spec'd up phone. So this one has the front megapixel on the front camera is 40 megapixels. So a lot more than your iPhone or the standard S20 and the S20 Plus. So the iPhone has 12 megapixel versus the S20, which has 10. But then with the Ultra, you've got that 40 megapixels. So that's pretty cool. So you get really good crispy videos and photos from the front camera as well, which is really good. And with the rear camera, obviously, you've got the ultra wide, which is at 108 megapixels. Then you got your wide at 12. And then you got the telephoto at 48 megapixels. So quite a bit of difference there. But then with the S20, however, the telephoto is actually 64. So on this one, for some reason, it's gone down to 48 megapixel. Not sure why, because this is the Ultra. But other than that, it's got a lot more. But then if you go for the S20, the normal main camera is 12 megapixel on the S20. Whereas this one obviously is 108. But obviously this is numbers. They do count, but it's the sensors which makes the biggest difference. Because as you can see with the iPhone as well, even though it's a 12 megapixel on every single one, it still takes good photos. So with this one as well, video resolution, obviously you can do 8K at 24 frames per second. This also does obviously 4K at 60 frames per second. So does the S20 Plus on the S20. And with the iPhone with the iPhone 11, you get 4K as well at 60 frames per second. So obviously with the Samsung, you're getting the 8K, which would look really nice on one of the 8K TV as well. Not really being sponsored or anything, but it would look really nice because it is 8K. So that would look very nice. Obviously this one's got the battery sharing as well. And you got the 10 times zoom versus 2 times from the iPhone and 3 times zoom from the S20 Plus and the normal S20. So with this one, you got the 10 times, and then obviously digital zoom, as it says here, 100 times. So I'm going to try that out. Actually, I want to see how good the quality is when you go up to 100, because they say that it's really good still. So I want to check that out. And then obviously screen size, you've got this one's the biggest one, 6.9 inch versus the S20, which is a 6.7. So very big display, good for video watching videos. I'll test that out as well, so you can see there. The screen is so clear, it's really nice. I'm just going to quickly check, go to settings and see what it's on. Display. So we've got it on dark mode. I think dark mode just looks really nice. I got the brightness. Okay, so with this one, you can do the refresh rate a lot faster now. So obviously this is at standard refresh rate at 60 Hz, so you can actually change that to a high frequency rate. So I think there you can see the comparison there, how smooth it is. I don't know if it'll do it again or not, but I shall change it to the new one. I mean, why not? You get a lot smoother. You can just see how smooth that is. I'm just going to quickly change that again so you can see. You can see this how smooth it is. Yeah, you can tell the difference if you're using it. I'm not sure if you can tell from the video, but if you use it and you're actually seeing it yourself, you can actually see the difference. It is night and day difference. It's massive difference. It's really nice. Wow, that is really cool. I like that. And then with the screen resolution wise, you can now go all the way up to 1440. So change it to that. High refresh rate isn't supported. Oh, okay. Your screen will change to standard. Oh, okay then. So I probably won't change that because the refresh rate is really nice. So I want to keep it as that then. So obviously with the full HD plus, you get your you got the 120 refresh. But then if you wanted to go for the full capacity that this phone does, WQHD, but then you just lose out on the 120 refresh rate. So I think I'm going to keep it as that then, because I do really like the smoothness on this. It is really good. So I just wanted to quickly do that for the refresh rate, because that is really good. Okay, so that's saying all done. To get the most out of your new Galaxy phone, check out the tips on the new phone. Okay, so now that's all sorted. So I believe I should have most of the apps. Oh, I should be downloading, I would presume. And the other thing also, I just want to quickly mention about the phone is that it's got a 5000 milliamp hour battery. So one of the biggest batteries that Samsung do for the Galaxy S. So if it's not, well, without the Note series, but this is one of the big one for the S series, which is really good. So at least you got the bigger battery life, because obviously you will definitely need that with a bigger screen, 120 refresh. Although I do want to quickly mention, the battery life obviously will drain a bit more if you're using the 120 refresh rate, because obviously it's a lot smoother, it uses more power. But then if you use the standard 60, you probably get a lot better battery life. But I really like the smoothness, so I'll probably keep it as that, because the battery life is still good, to be honest with you. You can also do wireless share, so that's pretty cool. So if you have a friend or even your own Galaxy Pod, if they do wireless charging, so all you gotta do is just put it on the back of the phone. You can charge another Galaxy device or any wireless device in that matter. You can even charge an iPhone if you needed to. So let's just do a quick demo. Let's see if it actually works. I think I need to switch it on, so I'll quickly find that out. But it's got the capability of doing that, which is really good. And obviously performance wise, this is really good on paper as well. So you got the two choices with the Ultra. So you've got 128 gig storage or the 512 gig, plus you obviously get the micro SD card, so you can make it more. But if you go for the 128 gig, which this one is, you get 12 gigs of RAM. But if you go for the 520 gig version of this phone, you get 16 gigs of RAM. That is literally the same as a laptop. That's more than a laptop, because I think what an average laptop has about 4-6 gigs of RAM. Now, you know, this phone can now handle, well, this one is 12 gigs of RAM. And then if you bought the 512 gig version, then you got 16 gig of RAM. So a lot more RAM there, versus the iPhone 11 Pro Max, which has 4 gigs of RAM. But then again, iPhone one, how their one works is a lot more smoother and it works really nice as well. But so does Samsung, plus they've got the power, which is pretty good. So obviously 5G radio as well, and you still get knocks, so that's quite good. You've also got fingerprint scan on this one, so you just literally touch the screen and you've got fingerprint built into the screen, which is really cool. So that's a nice feature. Obviously that's not the first. You have other companies who have done it as well. They do face recognition, but obviously it's not the same as the iPhone one, because with the iPhone they do the iris scanning, so it's got 3D face scanning as well with the iPhone, but with this one it's just your standard 2D face scanning. And yeah, to be honest, it is a really good phone, really nice, and the screen is just amazing. Don't know if the video is doing any justice, but when you look at it in real life, it is just really nice, very smooth. Very happy with this phone. So this was just a quick little setup video I wanted to show you guys. I'll try to do some comparison video shots, photos, things like that with the iPhone iPhone 11 Pro Max. I'll take a photo with that, compare it with this one as well. So I'm going to do some little different things within here and there as well. So I do want to get more videos out. So hopefully you guys do enjoy it. And all the specs and everything that I've mentioned, I'll link in the description box below for you guys. So if you want to do check it out, you can check that out as well. And I'll also link this in the description box. So if you guys want to buy one as well, you can go ahead and buy one. And the other thing that I wanted to do was wanted to quickly show you how to get the earbuds. I'll probably make a separate video because I'm sure people probably want to find out how to do it. So I'll do that in a separate video for you guys. I'll link in the description box below. I thought I'll just really help someone. So if someone doesn't really know how to do it, I'll show them how to do it. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.